I'm Richard Batten.
And I'm Sean Stangland, and here's what's happening in the suburbs this weekend.
Hi, folks. Sean. Remember, Sean, last month was National Soup Month?
How could I forget?
And one of us did the Flight of Soups.
Yes, I believe that was you.
Okay, well, I'm doing another one because March is National Noodle Month. I'm not making this up. And TL's Four Seasons Chinese and Japanese restaurants in Bartlett are having a noodle soup flight this weekend. 3 kinds of noodle soup, $10.95 per flight. Noodles and ginger and garlic and scallion and bamboo shoots and all kinds of other goodies. So check it out. That's in Bartlett this weekend for National Noodle Month.
That's very kind of them to have Noodle Month and Soup Month be different months so that we can have 2 months to embrace everything that is soup and noodle.
I wonder if they negotiated what have you got?
What do I know more about soup?
No, I'm done.
Oh, know more about soup. I've got 2.
Come back 1 year.
That's correct. I've got 2 competing events. Actually, Seinfeld was this past weekend. That would have been good for last week. I've got 2 events on Friday, both at 8 o'clock, so they're competing events. They're both great.
So how are you going to manage that?
I can't go to both of them. I'm going to have to pick. I think personally I'd pick the first one. Mike Reiss is appearing at the Prairie Center of the Arts, 8 p.m. Friday. He's one of the original writers of The Simpsons. Mm-hmm. He was also one of the showrunners for many years, meaning he was the top executive producer. What he said went. He's also a screenwriter. He's in all the commentaries on The Simpsons DVDs. He's very entertaining. I'm sure he's got a lot of great stories to tell. And, you know, I may be wrong about this. I'm pretty sure that show's been on the air for 472 years. So he's got a lot of stories to talk about. I'm sure that's pretty interesting.
He probably has a lot of behind-the-scenes Bart Simpson stories that no one's ever heard.
Yes, because, you know, I mean, if you've seen Bart on camera,
yeah,
imagine Bart off camera.
I mean, just amazing.
Also, Friday at 8 p.m. at the Montrose Room in Rosemont, one of the bands that was huge when I was in high school, Local H. It's a duo from Lake County. They're going to be playing. It's only $15. So if you haven't heard Local H since high school, like me, haven't seen them since high school, $15 isn't bad. They did the song Eddie Vedder. They did Bound from the Floor. Richard, you know all these songs.
I have all their 45s.
Yes. I have them on 78. How do you like that?
Wasn't it something before 78?
Before
the
78?
Drums.
Yeah, those big drums.
Yeah.
See, I know it. You go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you get to see all that stuff.
My turn?
It is your turn.
Okay.
Do you have a second one?
I do have a second one. This is Theatre USA's tour, Fancy Nancy and Other Storybooks. This is Fancy Nancy. She's very popular with young children.
Okay.
She's going to be in Elgin Friday at the Hemmons Cultural Center, the show. And then she'll be in Naperville on Saturday. I was going to call this my Harbor May Bloom. My granddaughter, I've been to the week, but we had an incident at last week's Harbor May Bloom event.
I wanted to ask you about that.
The floating lanterns in Highwood. Mm-hmm. Well, Harbor May Bloom went and decorated her lantern, and then they called the event off because of wind.
Oh.
And they scheduled it for the next day.
And somewhere Rapunzel is still hoping to see the floating lights.
And then the next day they canceled it until the summer. So she'll probably be past floating lanterns come the summer. If not, her birthday's